Hello, boxing fans around the world. Thank you once again for joining us on Talkin Fight. The Friday night panel is here. We're ready to go. We've got joining us in the studio, as you know, Mike Gore at Fort from Fame Knuckle Up. Hey, Cedric Ben. How you doing, Cedric?
I'm good.
Once
Ready
again,
to go.
two-time world heavyweight champ Tim Witherspoon. And of course, joining us tonight, his special guest, Justin McShane.
Hi.
We won't mention the fact he's a lawyer. Oh,
That's always the first thing. It's always the lawyer jokes, you know.
Boxer first, lawyer second.
Yeah,
No, we're not the lawyer jokes. I can take them. I can even give them out.
So Justin's going into the ring tomorrow night to prove his worth, and also I believe you're an amateur official as well. So you're pretty involved in the game.
I'm a #1 official with USA Boxing. Tim has been an amazing coach, helping me along. We met about 8 months ago, I want to say, and he's been constantly helping me out. And it's hard, 44 years old, and I'm just starting out in boxing.
44 years young. 44 years young. 44 years.
Yeah,
young.
yeah, exactly. Thank you. And I heard Mike, you do Muay Thai, so that's where I got started. And then, as you know, as you get older, you can't hang out with the 19-year-olds anymore because they don't care.
Takes too long to recover. Long to recover, man. All that hard body conditioning.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then Tim's been helping me out greatly with my own camp. He's come down, totally transformed my training. And he said to me, Justin, you give me 1 month, I'm going to get you being real serious. And I took him up on the challenge, and it hasn't even been a month. It's been, we've been working a couple weeks here, a couple weeks there when it fits his schedule because he's a very busy man and a high demand. And he is totally transformed me. So I'm a big believer in Tim Witherspoon.
That's great. Out of curiosity, are you doing a celebrity challenge, or are you in a league? Like
Masters Boxing, USA Boxing, so sanctioned Pennsylvania State Commission and USA Boxing. Tomorrow night, it's Cameron Street show. So 15 bouts, all amateur boxers. So yeah, it's a Masters. I'm in a Masters boxing competition.
Now, I got a quick question. How would you be able to compare preparing for a court case as opposed to preparing for a boxing match? How is there anything that's comparable in those two?
But I started my career in the public defender's office. All I did was death penalty cases, and all I did was really high litigation cases and stuff like that. Boxing is so much harder, as you guys know. It really is, because it's the physical with the mental. Right?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. And it's also about keeping all your outside distractions from messing you up. When I was in the courtroom, it was easy. I mean, I'll be honest, it was easy. It was paperwork because I can control that environment. And then once you're in there's a set of rules, just like boxing, that you can get in. And I've been doing it for 20 years, and boxing is tough. There's an emotional component to it. There's a physical component to it. There's rest, as Tim has been preaching to me lately. I need to rest more.
Yeah, you got to get your rest. You can overdo it. You can easily overdo it. Yeah. And you got to have the right person to recognize that. Go ahead, finish, Justin.
Yeah, and as Tim has been very nice in teaching me along the way about, through his example, about what he learned the hard way, so I don't have to learn it the hard way, and trusting in people. But how it relates to the courtroom, I think it's pretty simple. It's all about experience. It's all about because the first time you have a trial, first time you step in front of a jury, first time you say, please don't kill this man, doing death penalty cases.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. The adrenaline drop is the same. You're on high, you're low, the emotional roller coaster, you can't catch your breath. It's the same thing in boxing. That's why I like it. It's a challenge. It's up here. It's like people don't understand unless you're in there, right, guys?
Exactly.
Yes. In here. And if you can do this.
You should see his muscles right here. You should see his muscles right there. Whoever, they're in trouble tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah. And it's like people can say it all the time. When you're in there and you do it. It's this part, that, coach, right? As much as I do, and Mike from doing Muay Thai, and from all the knowledge that you guys have accumulated, you can see great, talented gym boxers that when they get in the ring, They just can't put it together.
Yes.
You know what?
That
You
mental
don't-
Bad
aspect.
wizards. Bad wizards.
You don't realize how long a minute is until you step in the ring,
Oh my goodness.
right?
Oh my goodness. And then you sit back and you look at 3 minutes, and then you look what Tim does with 15 rounds, 12, 15 rounds. You're like,
Against the best in the world.
I know.
Yes. Well, he was the best in the world twice.
Exactly.
Well, you know what? Because I had a lot of there was a lot of things, obstacles in the way. I really didn't pursue what I really was supposed to do. Even though I won 2 times, I won the 2-time USB North American and 1-time USBA. I had 5 titles. But I was always in that fight. I wasn't going to get the right money. I'm fighting, not getting treated right. So I did a lot of this, in negative space, a negative setting. So I just did what I can do. I knew I could have did better if I was treated right. And I don't go back talking about those promoters that was doing all that. So doing the negative stuff to boxers. So I do believe if I would have been more focused, and not thinking about I'm only gonna hold up, Shania. Come on, get that right so it don't go off.
Justin,
So the big thing is seeing Tim work pads with me. You would never believe. You'd be like, oh my god, he's running me around. He's running my 20-year-olds around in my gym ragged. He's like, come on, guys, come on, keep up with Tim. You can't today. You can't. I can't imagine what it was like back then.
well, Justin,
But
what are some of the things that you changed up about your training that have improved your ability? Oh, okay.
Defense.
And
Number one.
You're a lawyer. You can know good defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
he has the other defense. And he has the other defense. He has that.
Yeah.
But I don't really want him to really execute it tomorrow. He can do it. I'd rather him do this. And then when he get used to it tomorrow, if the guy lasts that long, then he can go in there like this. But he knows how to go do the moves like this. Block, throw the hook. He knows how to do that. He knows how to do this one.
Yep.
This one, you put it on
Yep.
across here. Yeah, and put this on your stomach. He knows how to do that. But we need more time. We need more time.
A lot
And
different
also,
from
he's
traditional
given me permission.
beatboxing.
He's the first coach I ever had that gave me permission to use power. Power appropriately. Because everyone else is like, no, speed. But I mean, I'm 180 pounds and I'm 5'5". I mean, I'm a big boy, and
You're a little tank.
If I'm on balance and I'm doing everything right. And that's what
Yeah.
Tim's giving me the confidence to do, is be like, look, you can hit people. It's boxing.
Yes.
The speed. You got to know how to use speed. I was told by my trainer, Slim Robinson, people that's real fast, you got to know how to use speed too.
Yeah.
You won't you won't do the right things. It'll help you, but you got to know when to use that speed and when not to use it. So there's a lot of trainers out there that's saying speed, but they can't teach you other stuff. So they keep saying speed, and other things. So I don't even think about the speed because I'll tell you this. Huh?
It's all about technique. With
Technique, and you speed it up.
Technique
speed it up.
It comes with technique comes power and speed.
Yeah.
You want to master the fundamentals and then gradually pick up the pace from there. I always tell the boxers, when you're when you're trying a new skill, you don't just learn how to do it once and then try to go 100 miles an hour. Start at 10 miles an hour, just slowly going through the process, and then don't go from 10 to 80. Go from 10 miles an hour to 20 to 30, but making sure that it's technique over intensity.
Yes.
Technique over intensity. Then when you get to that part,
so
then
hard
you
for us beginners, because we're indoctrinated by Instagram and by YouTube and all those things where everyone puts up their best highlight reel of whatever it is. And so everyone automatically thinks you start at the end, right?
Yeah.
And young guys and old guys too, like me, we always think, oh, you got to start at the end. and we don't have the patience like you're talking about, Coach. I get exactly what you're saying. So Tim's been a phenomenal. I love Coach. He's worked with me so well and so hard.
Motorcycle.
Great.
Somebody passing gas.
Oh my God. Justin, are you? Do you know who you're fighting tomorrow? Do you know your opponent?
Yeah, his name is Tyrone Adams. He's from Nomis Gym down in Washington, D.C. By all accounts, a very nice guy. He's been boxing for a little while. He's got he's taller than me, weighs more than me, and he's younger than I am. But that's okay. I'm confident in what my coaches like Tim have been teaching me, and now it's time for me to go and execute exactly what they taught me, and believe in the process and believe in the system. And I do 100%. And with that, I know it's going to be good.
Is it being streamed at all live or?
Unfortunately, this one isn't. My next one is in November, but this one is it's a relatively small gym, good gym, but it's a gym show. It's a nice show.
Right. You got to start at those gym shows. You can't just go into the big limelight all of a sudden, right?
It's like Coach said, you can't start, at Madison Square Garden, right? You can't start at 100 miles an hour. You got to start at 10. You got to build your way up, right?
Yes.
Honestly, starting at Madison Square Garden would be a mental wreck, first of all, because it's hard to deal with the lights in the crowd, right? Like if you've never had that atmosphere before, you got to build yourself up to that. Because I've seen people get into that situation and just shit the bed.
Well, Jake Paul, right? He pretty much started right there. I mean, the YouTube guy.
Yeah,
he's starting on the big stage. He did not build up and he got a lot of flaws. He's got a lot of flaws.
Honestly,
what you talking about, Jake Paul?
He should have got knocked out. He should have got knocked out. Honestly, he doesn't want no piece of Tyson Fury, though. I'll tell you that much. Or sorry,
it's embarrassing.
Tommy Fury. He wants nothing to do with Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury already showed up to his hotel and said, "I'm in the lobby. Come down." But he keeps doing this. Honestly, he's going to step into the ring with a true professional boxer, and he will get his shit slapped.
And in the same weight class.
Yeah,
that's the other thing. That the same weight class, because hey, you give me guys that are 60 pounds lighter than me, I'll look great too.
Justin, when you were talking earlier, you reminded me of a couple of things. Like you're stepping into the ring tomorrow against a taller fella, a bigger fella. That takes quite a bit of confidence to go in there and say, I'm going to have a good fight. But it also reminded me, you have to be pretty brave to be able to step into that ring, and actually face your opponent bravely and say, okay, let's go. Not too many boxers that we've had on the show ever mention that component.
It's huge. It is.
It's the
sport, right?
Muay Thai background. It's your Muay Thai background.
Yeah, I mean, it's the loneliest sport, but at the end of the day, a coach can instruct you, they can teach you, they can get you set up, but it's up to you to execute, right?
Exactly.
Believe it as much as the coach does. Because if you can marry and get all of those aspects together and get a great team like I have with Tim and Michael and with Angel and Sam, together, I just know all I have to do is show up, do what I've been taught, execute, and it actually really helps me with the jitters. It does. I'll be the first. I don't know if I'll be the first one to say it out loud. Every time I think about getting in the ring, even for sparring with some guy I've never seen before, that's a moment, right? Because it's unscripted human violence. It's violent chess is what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, it's unscripted, so you
it's
don't
high. It's high level problem solving with severe consequences.
Yeah, exactly. And being official too, I can tell you that not all officials
are
right on the action, and you can get messed up. I've seen it. And even amateurs, you can get messed up. And so it does happen. It's unfortunate, but it does happen. And like you said, much kudos to anyone that gets in the ring and goes out there and performs, no matter what the result is, because it's you versus you moment, right? Are you actually going to step in the ring?
Mm-hmm.
Are you actually going to put your hands up? Are you actually going to take a step forward? Are you actually going to do these things? And that, you're right. You're totally right on that. I mean, 100%, without a doubt.
Yeah, because one of our female hosts says this often, to go through all that, and then you're actually going to hit someone in the face.
Yep.
That took me, I'll be honest, that took me a long time to get over, because I didn't come from a bad background. I came from a very privileged suburban upper class background, and like the highest form of violence I was ever around when I was a kid was one kid pushed another kid in 3rd grade and skinned his knee. And so that was the highest form of violence, and that's still talked about to this day in my neighborhood back then. Remember when Richard Goldberg, oh yeah, he skinned his knee. Yeah, he's talking about that thing. But the bottom line of it is, it's giving yourself permission to hit someone. And for me, that took me a little bit of time, and it took me a long time. And then Tim's been really good working on my head part of it. He's like, you got to dig in, you got to be willing to turn your hips. You got to get this guy out of here before he gets you out of here, because he's going to send you home. He doesn't care about being nice. He's going to send you home if you're not careful. And so Tim's really, he's like a boxing whisperer too. Not only just a great coach, but also like the guy that is like, yeah, I've been in that situation before, because I've been at that situation at such a high level, and that's what's so helpful to me.
Exactly.
How long did it take you to stop closing your eyes every time you got hit in the face?
I didn't really have that problem too much. Maybe
because I know that is a problem for some people that start to get into the ring. They take the glove, they close their eyes, or they'll throw and close their eyes, and it's like you're setting yourself up to take more punishment. I know a lot of people do end up. It does take time to stop closing your eyes when you throw and get hit.
Yeah,
my one that I couldn't get over.
Somebody used to do that. They blink before they throw a punch.
Yeah.
Blink and stuff.
Yeah.
You knew it was coming.
Camp, or it was Don King's camp, and everybody used to tease him. I forgot who it was. Blink his eyes and stuff, and everybody used to tease him about it. I know
they call him Blinky.
Yeah.
But my thing, like everybody can throw punches, but not everybody can block. Defense is very important. There's some trainers out there, trainers that passed away. My trainer, he passed away too. They gave him a lot of respect, and I was around certain trainers that you guys know. I was young, and they gave my trainer big respect. Slim Robinson, he trained the Jewish bomber Mike Rossman, and I'm gonna tell you this: when I was in camp with Emmanuel Stewart, God bless the dead, I love him. He was asking my trainer what to do. And I was like, they respected Slim. So Tommy Hearns had a good offense, but you can tell today that he didn't have a good defense. And a whole bunch of the other boxers that he came up with, they can't really talk also. So, but Emmanuel Stewart respected Slim, and I was young heavyweight. I was like, that's Emmanuel Stewart, one of the top trainers, right? And he listening to Slim. I was like, gave him big respect. But Manny's passed away. But a lot of people, Slim, the reason why Slim didn't get real big jobs because he cared about the boxers and what they was getting. He would tell them everything. He would tell them, this and that and all that. So a lot of managers didn't trust him, but he had jobs. They call him to clean up the mess, train the boxers, and then he get paid and it's over. So I'm kind of like similarly doing that type of thing in a way. If you want me to be in your corner, I would love to be, but to go in there and teach and then move on. Anthony Joshua, real quick. I called him. He said, I called him up and he said, no, T, I got my team. I'm all right. I tried to get in touch with Wilder. He didn't want to hear nothing. I tried to get in touch with a couple of Cash Ali. is the only one. He just won the title. I showed him how to throw that overhand that he knocked a couple of guys out with. So the thing is that I thank Slim for showing me the stuff that he did, because I'm real comfortable about teaching. I have no problem with teaching.
Great.
Put me in there with like 20 kids. Huh?
If you can teach me, Coach, you can teach anyone. That's for sure.
Yeah. No, you're okay. His defense is tight. That's the first thing I told him. But to tighten his defense up and to try to counter off his defense. When somebody hit him, he got to counter back and stuff like that. So he has a way to go. But once he get there, because he trains his butt off. Once he get there, he's going to be all right. I'm telling you. He's okay now. And he got them big arms. He ain't showing you his arms. They're sticking up like that. So we worked on slipping, blocking jabs, all that type of stuff. You never see Tommy Hearns doing stuff like that. You never seen him doing stuff like that. And I love Tommy. And we was in England, they was trying to get him a fight. And I called the people and said, if you try to get him a fight, people ain't going to like you. So the guy was trying to do it. And then he called me 3 days later and said, oh, you're right, Tim. Yeah, what the hell you going to try to get Tommy Hearns to fight? He can't even walk. And that came from he didn't have a really good defense. He was all offense. And the Kronk gym, they had a reputation for offense. And Emmanuel Stewart, I love him. But they had a great reputation. But a lot of people didn't realize that the defense was really messed up. Look back. Just look back in all the fighters. A lot of them got knocked out. Some of them can't even speak. I love Manny, and he passed away. But Slim told me there's another guy. I'm gonna let you know. What's Evander Holyfield's trainer name? Don Turner.
I believe so.
Don Turner. He never boxed a day in his life. He just was talking. And I was like, he didn't know how to like deliver punches and stuff. And I couldn't believe he was with Evander Holyfield. I said, oh God. That I'm telling you, look it up. Don Turner. He was asking Slim what to do and everything. And
Evander Holyfield's trainer is Lou Duva.
Yeah, Duva, Emmanuel Stewart, Don Turner, Tommy Brooks.
Yeah, and Lou died at 94. Wow, what a life!
Wow.
Yeah. So, the thing is that there's a lot of stuff I know, and I don't want to hurt people's feelings. But I was right there. I was good and up and coming, and that's why people let me know little secrets. I was knocking people out. I was doing good sparring. I was nice to people, and they let me know. Don Turner, I couldn't believe it. How did he get with Evander Holyfield? And he can't. And I seen him trying to demonstrate, and he couldn't. So I don't know, man. It's crazy. Don Turner. Yup. You remember Don Turner, right?
I know of him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He might send somebody to shoot me, though. He might send somebody to shoot me, but that was the fact. The fact in the matter, Slim was saying, Tim, I don't know how he got the job. I heard he used to be a con man or something like that.
But you heard the latest news, right? So Oscar De La Hoya is out of the fight, and they're trying to get Evander in the fight with Victor Belfort. I just saw it on the news.
What that?
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
What was it?
On Boxing 24.
What happened?
Yeah. So Evander Holyfield has COVID. He's saying he's got COVID-19. Yeah. He's in the hospittal. He's supposed to fight on the 11th next weekend. He pulled out.
You mean De La Hoya?
He's hospitalized for COVID, apparently.
Yeah, there's at least a Twitter video of it. He's in the hospital. It might be for that. Who knows? There's a lot of skepticism sometimes around. And I have no reason to disbelieve the guy. No doubt about it. Shouldn't claim you have COVID if you don't. There's a lot of skepticism. Yeah, exactly. The pay-per-view billing, the pre-orders that he wants. And so now they're talking about making a quick switch to try and save the card by getting Evander Holyfield versus Victor Belfort,
It's
and they
it's
don't know if it's going to
event,
say.
right? Is it a Triller event?
I don't know. I just literally saw it as I was. Here, let me see what I can. I mean,
Because if it is, it's not really going to be a boxing match. It's going to be a concert with fighting during the intermissions.
yeah, I think that's exactly right.
That's
Yeah.
going to be a big weight difference between De La Hoya and Holyfield. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Talk about last minute switching of opponents.
Yeah, it is a Triller. You're right. It is a Triller. Triller plans to hold it.
Yeah, so it's definitely going to be a hip hop concert with some fighting during the intermissions.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
Tim.
that's interesting that Evander Holyfield, is rumored to be potentially the replacement for De La Hoya.
It'd be interesting to see him jump in there and see what he's got. He has been training, so definitely has been training. He's been looking good in his bag work and his pad work, and he definitely looks fresh. So if he's able to jump in, that'd be great. I'd love to see Evander get back in the ring again. It's been years.
Well, it says here that it's the California Commission who's going to make the determination, and who knows, right?
Yeah,
they're pretty strict.
Tim, did you hear the news that Jake Paul wants to start a boxing union?
Listen, we've been doing all that. What he trying to jump because people gonna know.
Yeah,
he don't know what it feels like to get ripped off. He don't know what it is to get burnt. You can't be on top because you're just trying to make money.
Yeah.
You're trying to make money. There's got to be guys like me and other guys, Barkley and Iran and other boxers. We've been trying to put it together, and we are. But
Yes,
Jake
you are.
Paul, I'm not going to follow him.
No, I thought it was funny, Champ, when after his fight he said that one of the things that he wants to do is maybe get a boxing union together, and I'm like, I've heard this before, and I think he's trying to jump on your coattails there and ride with you.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know. He probably was doing research and let me jump on that. But I told him that I'll fight him with my one hand tied behind my back.
I was just gonna say
that's what I told him.
I was just gonna say you should fight him.
And at my age, I'll fight him with one hand tied behind my back. I know how to defense with one hand.
You know what? Honestly, I don't see it going past the first round if that's the case. All he needs is one punch from you, Champ. That's all he needs. Just one good clean shot on the chin from you, and he's going to bed.
When he hits me with the pads, Tim hits me with the pads. He's like, wow. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm knocking the next Thursday.
The punch is harder. So
sparring pads.
The punch is harder. Pads. So, you got to counter. Listen, Justin, once you got your defense, you could deliver punches by blocking, and when they hit your arm, you fire back.
Yep.
That's easy. You can start out, but when you got your defense, as soon as you feel something touch this, throw a punch. As soon as you feel because you got your defense, and a lot of boxers don't do that. They don't do that. Back in the day, they did, but they do. A lot of them do it now. Counter, boom, boom. They do, yeah. So there's a lot to it. Defense, people got mad at me because they couldn't hit me. They couldn't hit me back in the day. It's not my fault. I could still talk now. Hey.
Yeah. No, that's the bottom line truth. That is the long-term truth. Can he make sentences? Yes, he can. Yes. Is he intelligent? Can he still coach? Can he still teach? Can he still move around?
He can still tie his shoes.
Right. He's got good footwork still to this day in the ring. And so, that's all, that's whether or not you know how to, like he says, tight defense, and he lived it.
Champ, one of these days I'm going to have to come and have you do some pad work with me.
Okay, that's no problem. That's easy.
Put my ass back into shape.
Okay, so I was going through certain things with Justin, and I was telling them that when a guy take the pads, and y'all guys should know by now, when a guy slap the pads like that, that'll hurt you. It hurt me before. And several other boxers coming up, it hurt them, And I seen, what's that guy from California? He didn't care. He typed his hands up real good, and he took it. So and his hands was his hands was after a while was messed up. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to let the boxer show off, and you just hold your stuff like that. But you see a lot of guys holding the pad doing this. so they could get involved with the looking good and stuff.
Right.
No, when I do it, I let them. They the star. They do all the work. I don't do like this. No, I let them hit it, boom, bam, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful stuff. Then that shoot, slip, right hand, left hook, slip, boom. No, I throw a jab, and he'll slip it, right, come back, right hand, left hook, and stuff like that is beautiful,
Mhm.
We have a comment. We have a comment for Justin here.
Yeah.
Mike D in the morning says, "Go Justin, big win coming."
That's my buddy Mike Giarmita. So it's great to hear from him. And I know I got a lot of other people listening because I put it all over my social media. And I'm just so proud to be here with you guys because, like I said, I watched a couple episodes and I told my wife, who I love my wife, and I said, "Oh my God, I'm so intimidated. Listen to these guys. These guys know a lot of stuff." And she's like, "Just nod your head a lot." And I said, "No problem. I could do that."
It's funny you say that, Shane, because Justin, we're just about to get into that phase of the panel where we actually offer you a series of questions that you have to answer.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Technical difficulties, your computer.
I'm pretty sure Justin will do well under pressure. He is a lawyer.
Yeah, but no. We also talk about some of the upcoming fights that are coming on this weekend, and there's quite a few. Because you guys were just talking about technique and style and offense versus defense, and we do have some very interesting matchups. I think this weekend,
Yes.
maybe Mike and Cedric can lead the way here and
We have Mauricio Laura and Josh Warrington will rematch. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, we did award Laura with a Knockout of the Week award for that knockout against Warrington.
Josh is in England. Josh Warrington is in England.
Yes.
I was around him. Josh Warrington. Yeah.
So we have these guys clashing again for number 2. The Leeds Warrior was floored and ruthlessly finished by Mexico's Laura in a sensational knockout loss at the SSE Arena, Wembley, in February. That put a massive dent in the former IBF featherweight world champion's unification plans. So that upset of the year, is weighing heavy on him. But after that, we do have undisputed lightweight ruler Katie Taylor. Will defend her WBC, her WBA, IBF, and WBO and the ring crown against her mandatory challenger, Han. So this co-main event is amazing. I can't wait to see this.
Yeah. Especially starting with Lara and Warrington. They had a good war last time. Lara outlasted him. I think it's gonna go the same way this time. But it's going to be very interesting. Now that fight's in the UK, so that means it's going to be in the afternoon for us, right? So it's probably going to start around the show will start around 2:00. So the main event will probably be around 5. I'm assuming.
Yeah, 5 or 6. Around there.
Wasn't there a controversy fight with Katie? I saw the fight. She didn't win that fight. I can't remember what it was. I was in training camp with them in Ireland. I was in training camp with them in Ireland. And that's when Tyson Fury, real quick, Tyson Fury was in the gym. Katie Taylor was there, her father, Shania was with me, and they had a nerve to ask me to spar with him. And real quick, and I was like, that's when I knew where their knowledge was. You don't act a former champ who ain't even training. So I said this to Tyson Fury. I said, you're going to ask me a former champ. I was like 60 something and wasn't really training. You're going to ask me to get in the ring with you? I said, I'll hold the pads for you. That's when I found out he's a good boxer, but making these decisions, that was kind of awkward to ask me, former 2-time, to spar with him. And Katie was there too. Katie was there. We all right. But when he did that, that's when I knew that, whoa, something wrong. He got to be the leader and say, nah, let's just get Tim another job walking around with us or something like that. He didn't. He wanted to spar with me. And I was like, I'm not doing that. And when I said it, they got kind of embarrassed. This was in Ireland. Yep. So I hung out with Tyson Fury like 5 or 6 times, me and Shania.
Jennifer Hahn, who is Katie Taylor's opponent, she's no slouch. She's a 6-time national amateur champion fighting out of El Paso, Texas. She won the vacant IBF feather title back in September of 2015 and went on to make 4 defenses of her title. Most recently was against Lisbeth Crespo in February of 2018. So, this is not going to be a walk in the park as we all think it's going to be, but it should be a great battle.
Katie Taylor, great boxer. She's dominated her whole career. Only thing is, she's I believe she's 35 right now. So, at some point in time, the reflexes might slow down a little bit, and she is facing a young, tough opponent. So,
without a doubt,
Taylor with the win, but I think it's going to be tough.
I think
tough.
I think the world of her, and like you said, I think only Father Time is going to be the one that gets a hold of her for real.
But you know what, Justin? Father Time can sneak up on you, but if you got them skills, you can last a little longer.
Yeah,
the guys can't block, those guys that can't block shots and don't have a good defense, they might as well get on out the game. That's what my Slim said. You can last longer.
The less you get hit, the longer you'll last in the game.
That's right. You know what? This card is really, really. It's got a lot of good fights on it. Connor Ben is on this one. 18-0. Connor Ben is fighting Adrian Grandos.
That should be an exciting fight, definitely. Should be an
and that's for the WBA Continental Welter title. Also on that card, we have Hopi Price versus Zahid Hussain.
This is England. It's England.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is for the vacant IBO International Super Bantam title. And then also on the same card, we have Ebony Bridges making another appearance, which, she's the blonde bomber.
Yeah.
All that controversy with her weigh-ins in her.
Yeah.
She's coming off that great. She came off that great win off that confidence building fight after the Shannon Courtney fight. Yep. So I guess this is another one to kind of keep her busy, keep her warm, boost her confidence again, and it's really gearing up to be a great card.
How about the girl that just passed away 2 days ago?
Oh,
how about her?
Yeah, up in Montreal.
Yeah, that was Montreal.
Yeah, she was fighting up in Montreal, and
she died.
You
guys don't know.
No, I never heard of that.
Yeah, so it was a fight up in Montreal.
Is this the Mexican fight?
The young lady got a whole bunch of
her name is
shots
Jeanette.
in the corner. Yeah, and she went down. She couldn't even make it over to the stool. They moved her down, and then she got a medically induced coma.
Jeanette something.
Jeanette Zakarat from Mexico.
Yeah. Medically induced coma and then passed away.
When that happened,
So she suffered the knockout loss and died after that.
That's a real shame.
So I do believe that if her defense was a lot better, it could have made it a little different. Because unless she just got hit with a good shot.
You know what? I definitely like to see the tape.
Yeah, she just got pummeled in the corner. And then
you've seen it.
That's what they were saying on ESPN, that it was unanswered blows, and the referee didn't jump right on top of it.
God.
Yeah, and he should have.
Well,
they're
definitely
pointing a lot of fingers that way.
I'm pretty sure he'll have answered. He'll have to come up with some answers for that for sure.
Yeah. Or live with it, or just living with it is tough enough.
Yeah. It's rough. It's unfortunate that happens, but like they say, you don't play boxing. This is a sport of modern day gladiators. Back in the day, this would have been to the death. Nowadays, it's not. But it just goes to show you that death is still always around the corner when you get in this ring, man. One wrong blow can end it for you.
It always makes me wonder whenever you hear those things about whether or not there was concussions that happened previous to this that maybe wasn't properly monitored in training camp.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it wasn't knowledgeable people, or they tried to excuse it because they were going after to get some money.
Exactly.
And you always wonder about those pre-existing medical conditions that lead up to it, because it's very unusual. I mean, like how many times a year does it happen? I mean, it does happen. but you got to really question the camp, and you got to question whether or not she was fully healthy getting up into it.
And the other factor that weighs into that too is like cutting weight issues. A lot of people don't cut weight properly, right?
Yeah.
So that's one of the major issues too, with not having that liquid in your brain.
Yeah, I felt really bad when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's rough. It's rough because she was only 18.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whole life ahead of her. You know what? Honestly and truthfully, you have to call in. You'd have to bring to the attention that A, the referee could have stopped it earlier, and B, your own corner should have seen this.
Who promoted the show?
Pardon me?
I don't know.
Promoted?
Yeah, it was I think it was a local. It might even been a pro-am. I'm not sure from what I read. But the referee, I mean, like speaking as an official, and I've only been doing it for a little while now. I mean, you got to be right on top of it at all times. You can't blink. You can't think twice, because at the end of the day, you're what stops that type of thing from happening. You can't mess around.
We had the president of Boxing Ontario on the show, and she's also a referee, and she was saying she would rather be called out for that one call, once, to save a life, despite the thousands of calls that she has to make. Like, she has to step in early, and she'd rather step in early and save that person's life, if that's what it takes, in this game. So anyway,
totally. And just to echo that, I had a kid, an 8-year-old kid, I had to give a standing 8-2. And for an 8-year-old kid, that's a very emotional event, because they don't understand the significance of it. They just think they're automatically going to lose, and they're going to disappoint their parents and all this stuff. And I gave a standing 8. The coach went ballistic afterwards. The dad came up to me afterwards and said, "Thank you very much. My son would have gone to the hospital if you hadn't, done what you were supposed to do." And I sat back. Even without the dad saying that, I felt good about it, because I think I made the right call. And it's exactly echoes what you say. I'm not going to let a little kid go to the hospital. That's just not going to happen on my watch. I'd rather be yelled at by everyone in the whole building than some kid get carted out going to the hospital at 8 years old.
I like that.
Like I always say for a lot, you'll hear a lot of boxers. Champ, I know you've heard this a lot of times too. Some boxers they'll say they'll get mad at the coach if he throws in the towel, and I tell my boxers all the time, if you're going to be mad if I throw in the towel, then don't put me in a position to have to make that decision, because I'm not just going to stand there and let you get beat up and say, well, he told me not to throw in the towel, so I'm just going to sit here and watch him, go to sleep. Because I always said I'd rather you be mad at me for stopping it too early rather than me coming to visit you in the hospital because I stopped it too late.
That's right. That's right. So, they're not throwing no talent in me, because I'm blocking punches. I'm slipping. You ain't gonna hit me unless I'm drunk, in the ring drunk or something like that.
And even then,
I got hit solid. Hey, but we never threw in the towel with me. I think they did with Lou Savarese, but real quick, Lou Savarese, I didn't really. I didn't train. I figured I'd just knock him out. And when the bell rung and he swung through a couple of punches and didn't even hurt me, and I went down, they stopped it. I was happy that they did that, because I needed money at the time, and my career wasn't really going up and down. I was a champ already, all that stuff. So I fought Lou Savarese, and he admitted afterwards, if I knew you was in shape, I would have got knocked out. He told me that. And but the referee, when he stopped the fight, he came over to me and said, "I didn't stop it too soon, did I?" I didn't care. I just, because I got paid. And Dennis Rappaport, who's my promoter, he was behind me 100%. And at that time, I was just leaving Don King, and my head wasn't right. But Dennis Rappaport, he was Cooney's manager. Dennis Rappaport and Jones. But later on, I went with Rappaport. He treated me like a king. And now I look back, I really feel bad. I did a couple of fights. I won knockouts and stuff. And then some fights I just didn't focus myself. You know, it was hard getting back up there. People's telling me you can't get a title shot if you would Dennis Rappaport. And you know, I took that money and I just went about my business with it. Um, you know, there's another fight too. Monty Barrett. I didn't really train hard for him. He won. But Lou Savarese and Monty Barrett, I didn't really train hard, and I didn't care. I wanted to get money to take care of my kids, and you know what my history with in the boxing, getting ripped off. Um, but now that I look at it, I feel bad because Dennis Rappaport was 100% behind me, and when I won a fight, he bought a brand new car for my kid's mom. He gave me bonuses all the time. He gave me bonuses. I got $100,000 bonus. He gave every time I win, he would give me a bonus, and I call him up sometime and apologize to him. And he's on my Facebook page. When I'm going like this on my Facebook page, that's Dennis right next to me, and you know, he looked out for me. I feel bad. I would get on TV and tell the truth that I didn't train hard, and that man was behind me 100%. Yep, Dennis Rappaport. I really feel bad because I knew I could have probably got a shot. They was telling me that you can't get a title shot with Dennis. That's what they was telling me because Dennis burnt his bridge, and like I didn't care. I went with him. He looked after me, man, and I feel bad. I called him up and apologized to him. After a couple of years down the line, I apologized to him and said, "Look, man, I'm sorry and stuff." So we good friends right now. But I do believe that I would have did really good again if I just was focused and know that Dennis. I just messed up on that. Yeah, he looked out. He looked out, and now I look back and say, "Wow, that was an opportunity that I had." You know, Dennis Rappaport. He was Cooney's a manager or something. You heard of him, Justin, right?
Yeah, it's
Rappaport
not only just
Jones.
from your stories, but reputationally. Yep.
If I needed money, he gave me money. When I went to training camp, he sent the security guard. He sent sparring partners. If I needed food, he did everything that Don King did. He did everything. Oh no, Mark Stewart, he was cool too. Then he got caught. Dr. Snow, Larry Levin. They was my first managers.
Yeah, a little
They got me
difficulty.
busted.
Yeah.
Huh?
You had a little difficulty, extracurricular difficulty.
Yeah, yeah. So the bottom line is that Dennis Rappaport, with Dennis Rappaport went out his way. I know he gave me a nice piece of money, man. And I trained for some fights. I got knocked out. I knocked Quick Tillers out. I knocked Quick Tillers out in the first round. And Tyson went the distance with him, right? Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I knocked him out in the first round. But Dennis Rappaport, that's why he's on that picture on my Facebook page. I got my hands like this, and he's on the side. And I really messed up that opportunity. And I'm not ashamed to put him up there. I'm not ashamed to talk on television that I messed up. Yep.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Are you going to mention the fights in Brighton?
We're gonna get to them.
Oh,
we're
sorry.
gonna get to them.
Didn't mean to interrupt.
Also, there's another fight, man. There's the Ramos and Mendoza card.
Yep.
We got Kyron Davis on that card as well. We have Trayvon Marshall on that card as well.
Whoa! I forgot. Was that tomorrow? Or that's tomorrow night?
That is Sunday, my friend. Sunday.
Afternoon or evening?
I believe it's going to be evening. It is in Armory, Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's on USA Fox. It's got lots of guys on here, man. We got some young and up and comers who are under 10 fights, and then we have some guys that people really just don't know. But those usually turn out to be some of the best fights, man. You know, these guys.
Tomorrow's a big day for us. Tomorrow's a big day for me and Justin, and I was like kind of nervous, and I was like, why am I nervous a little bit? And I just need a little bit more time with him. His defense was really tight and everything, and we're gonna go to the body, we're gonna keep his hands up, we're gonna get that jab on him, get in close, and because the boxer is taller, he got to get inside and in his fight game, he got to get inside and tear that body up. and throw that right hand to the what I did to Larry Holmes. I kept whipping that right hand to his right side. I kept whipping that jab, and then he couldn't shoot that jab because I kept tearing that side up. But then I started coming back with the left hook, going this way, then come that way with the left hook. So we got a good plan tomorrow, and we're gonna look good. He's gonna look good. I'm in this corner. That's all. I just want him to keep his hands up. Keep his hands up. Keep the defense. If you feel anything, fire. We should get a knockout because he can punch. Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Punch.
That comes a lot coming from you, so I appreciate it.
Yep. Graham, which card were you talking about?
Brighton.
The Brighton card, eh? I don't have any info on it, but there are a ton of fights.
Yes, you do. Triple L Colson.
Nope, here we go. There we go. Found it. Triple L. Can't wait to see this one. Oh my gosh.
You've been talking about it all week.
Yes, I have. Sorry. I had a brain fart, I guess. Too many punches in the head.
Triple L.
You should have took Tim's lessons on defense.
That's right. See, in Thai boxing, though, your offense is your defense.
It is.
No.
Right?
No. Say that again. No, say that again. Say that again. Your best offense is a defense, right?
In Muay Thai, your offense is your defense. You never back up. You always come forward because the minute you get in the inside, you can use knees and elbows.
Well, boxers, real quick, when a lot of boxers, trainers say your best defense is offense, they don't know how to teach defense. And that's why they say that. And so they have they boxers saying, come on, throw these punches, and they don't know how to teach them defense. That's why they say that. I've seen it all the time, and then the guy don't know how to teach his boxer defense. So he said the best defense is an offense. So you throw a lot of punches so you don't get hit. But you're bound to get hit. You got to learn defense too.
Definitely. Defense is a lot of it. You don't have to be the strongest puncher, but as long as you don't get hit, yes, the card that I'm talking about, guys. This is gonna be a good one, man. We have 3 females that I've had on the show in the last couple of weeks. We have Nicola Hopewell, we have Ellie Coulson, and we have Holly Towell, and Tara Bresling is coming up shortly as well, which we've also talked about. These women are monsters in the ring. They're savages. Volume punchers, front foot, always coming forward. They can play the levels really well. They're really good at controlling the pace and the center of the ring. They know how to work them angles really well. And I'm totally and completely confident that they are going to all come back with titles. And they're all gearing up to have titles. I believe Holly Towell is going. Her title, she should be the youngest to ever win it if she wins this title because she's only 17. So we got big fights, man. A lot of fights on that card. I can't wait. It's going to be an exciting event. Put on by what is it? Trevor Lake's Sports Program.
Yeah. So that's what reminded me of it. Actually, is we were talking about young promoters and good managers and taking care of their boxers, yada yada. So that's what reminded me. I thought, let's not forget about Sportinariums over there. They're doing really well with their young boxers, and Chris Boyle as well.
Yeah, definitely. You know what, Chris was on the show. We had a great conversation. One of the founding members of BIBA.
Yep.
British and Irish Boxing Association. He's a very knowledgeable man. He's a really good trainer. His team really believes in him, and he believes in his team.
Who is that?
Chris Boyle out of Workstop, Xbox Boxing.
Is he's from Ireland?
He's in the UK.
In England.
UK, okay.
And he's got a stable of females that really are dominating right now every time they jump into the ring. And I'm very impressed with his team. And you know what? They're just coming through with the W's, man. And they seem to fight. They seem to fight often. They're not sitting back. They're not taking time. They're not backing down from anything. They're just getting in there and they're doing what they do best, and that's bang it out. And the women these days are really showing how it's done. The
They're
women
amazing.
are how it's done.
I like watching a lot of the women fight because they actually have technique.
Yes.
You know, and they actually move the right way, and they do what they're supposed to do, and they listen to their coaches.
Yes.
And so I totally agree with you. I mean, it's so fun sometimes especially if you know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
To dissect a Carissa Shields fight or a Katie fight or whoever it is that you're like, that's impressive.
Amanda.
Yeah,
Amanda.
Amanda Serrano.
Oh, and Amanda Serrano?
Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget Jessica Kamira is fighting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she is fighting this weekend, I believe. Which card was it?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Jessica Kamira is getting back in the ring.
This is really good because it's warming Justin up for tomorrow, and I figured I can, set it up. I really appreciate you guys doing that, and this is getting them ready for tomorrow. We did a little podcast, and tomorrow we're gonna go in the ring and kick some booty. Thank you.
Definitely. You know what, Tim? You'll have to get some footage of the fight and send it to us so we can definitely watch it.
I think you videotaping it, right?
Yeah, we're videoing it. So yeah,
Shania said she'll do it. But you got to talk to Justin. Shania will get some of it done. But you're gonna get it videoed, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'll have Shania do it anyway, but I'm sure he'll get it to you.
Yep, definitely.
And hopefully this might not be the last time that he'll come on the show if he has time. If it's up to y'all guys.
Hey, we enjoy the guests. Definitely.
Okay.
It's a pleasure, guys. I've had so much fun, and like Tim said, it's helping me relax, get ready, get in the zone. So I very much appreciate it. And just, I mean, like you guys know so much. I mean, like I said, I'm intimidated. You guys are doing a great job. Very intimidated.
Honestly, it's a great fight weekend. Some ladies are definitely gonna impress us.
Yeah.
What I love about the women boxing these days is there's no bullshit with politics. They don't give a crap. They're not gonna back down from a fight. They're not turning down fights. They're not trying to duck and dodge people. They just, hey, this person wants to fight me. Fine, let's do it, and they get it done. And they do it in such a wonderful fashion. And, every single female fight in the last couple of months has been super exciting. They bang it up.
Don't get paid as much, and they do it for less.
Yeah. And on top of that, they're juggling full-time jobs, children, marriages. Honestly, time management to the T, right?
Well, we were talking about a boxer today, Mike, who's a pediatric nurse and a mom and a boxer.
Tara Bresling, who is making her pro debut.
Imagine balancing that.
Yeah. Also ex-service. She's ex-military.
Wow.
Pediatric nurse, full-time, mother. Like,
that's discipline. That's discipline.
You know what? That's dedication, heart, and a love for what you do. To be able
it
to
also shows that you can be excellent in one field, and if you apply the same principles to other fields, you can excel. So
boxing helps in life. Yeah,
totally,
100%, definitely. Guys, it's almost been an hour. We're about a minute away. That flew by quick.
Time flies.
It was definitely a great epic talk. Justin, good luck tomorrow. We'll definitely be behind you, cheering you on. Definitely bring us some footage so we can watch it. Tim, champ, much love. Always.
Yes. Much love, much respect, champ.
I haven't been feeling really good, so
you're looking good though. You're
I'm all right.
good.
Man, I wish the girls say that.
Don't worry, they do, champ. They do.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Justin, make sure you get a good night's rest. Make sure you listen to your coach tomorrow. And just think about your preparation. Anytime, I always remind the boxers, anytime, there's nothing you can help about the nerves, that comes into your head. When those come up, just remind yourself about the preparation that you've done for this moment. Your coach wouldn't put you in there if he didn't feel that you weren't ready for the situation. All right, so just remind yourself of
trust in the plan.
He already was ready. He already was ready, and I just came on board. He was already ready. He made a decision, and that's what I like. He made the decision, and I'm just coming on to polish it off. And make sure we do the right things, and we get a knockout, or a win, a
Hey.
victory. So we're gonna be
Hopefully
all
it
right.
wins our knockout of the week award.
Damn.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
And remember, what do we say, Mike? Boxers don't get paid overtime.
No, you don't get paid overtime. You don't get paid overtime. That's for sure.
That's true.
That's it. All right. Well, that being said, Graham, any last words?
No. 1 hour on the dot. Let's do it.
Right?
There we
I'll
go.
text you.
Any
I'll
last
text you so
words?
you let me know tomorrow what I got to do. He has to let me know what to do tomorrow because we got to go to the fight and everything. So we after 12 o'clock tonight, we got to put our fight mode, the fight mode, and he gonna come in. He got to come in there, and we got to be mean. We got to be mean. We got to be smart.
You should put some headphones in and listen to the Rocky song on repeat all night.
There you go. Yeah. That does it, right? As long as you got the song right. Forget about the tune in. Forget about everything else. Get the right song, right? Make sure it's your walking song. Refuse to walk out until your walking song's there, right?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, man. Honestly, great show. Thank you, Justin, for joining us. Tim,
Hey, thanks, guys. You guys are wonderful. I'm going to be a long-time fan of you guys. I appreciate it.
We love it. Thank you for the support. We definitely got behind you. We'll definitely support you in your efforts to have fun in the ring.
Yeah.
We're going to be all right.
Thank you so much.
All right. People watching around the world, thank you for tuning in for another episode of the Friday Night Panel featuring Cedric, Graham, and myself, and our two guests, Justin and Tim. You know what it is, man. We got to go to work, so you don't have to. We got fights to watch. Make sure you tune in Sunday to see who the winner of the Knockout of the Week award is. And, we'll see you next week. Same time, same channel.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.